Hi, we're here today at World Day for Laboratory Animals down at Cambridge this year. It's 2015. I'm talking to Denise Friend here, who's helping run the British Heartless Foundation campaign, which is against the BHF's use of animals in vivisection. This campaign has been running for a little while now, so I just wanted to ask Denise how it's going and really to see if we feel that there's been some successes with the campaign and where she feels that the campaign is leading.
Hi.
Hi Denise,
Hi,
nice to meet you at long last. Facebook friends, as is often the way when you meet people, first time you meet them face to face is at events like this, so great to meet you. You could just tell us a little bit about why you started the campaign to start with.
We started it because I've been a member of Animal Aid for years, and they sent an email out and I was so shocked about the scale and the suffering that was paid for by the British Heart Foundation, and I asked around people, and like me, most people didn't realise that they funded animal experiments. So Anton and myself thought, well, you know, it would be a really good campaign because it would mean that everybody in the country could join in. Rather than coming together, one big event or two big events a year, we could all do the same thing without travelling and do a coordinated campaign. So that's what we've done.
Yeah, excellent. And how do you think it's been going so far? I mean, up in the north of England, obviously, Northern Animal Welfare, NORC as we're called, we've been quite active and we've been protesting against one particular BHF shop in the middle of Newcastle and really getting under the skin, which has been great. And you know, they usually are expecting us whenever we turn up, and now we've got our own banners and things, so we make sure that the public are educated with the leaflets that he's been good enough to provide. How do you think it's gone overall across the country, and where do you see the campaign leading?
We've just been absolutely delighted and shocked at the amount of people who've participated. On the last day of action, we sent out 93 packs of leaflets, cost more than £200 to post out to people who took some sort of action that day, not necessarily outside a shop. They may have been leafleting the roads where they live, they might have been putting them under windscreen wipers in the supermarket, but people have been active. I think what it's shown is that grassroots people don't need national organisations to get us to do stuff. We are capable of doing it ourselves, and that's been the greatest thing.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, we see all the posts obviously after every sort of national day against BHF, and there's loads of posts from BHF shops up and down the country, and it's great to see, as you say, everybody at a grassroots level really getting involved, getting out there, educating the public, making sure that people are aware of what goes on, because not many people do, and I think a lot of people, certainly the reaction that we've had up in Newcastle, is that they're not aware. They're giving money over, they're buying things from a charity shop, all in good faith, and they're very well-meaning, but when they find out what's going on, that they're killing all these animals, and some of the horrific experiments that have come to light since the campaign was launched, they're quite shocked, and a lot of people have sort of said to us, oh, I'm not shopping there again, you know, that's it for me. Other people are like, I don't care. And you say, well, if you don't care, if you've got a dog, or how would you feel it was your dog? And you go through that whole process of trying to get them to make the connection. And some people do, and they say, right, that's it, I'm never going in there again. And other times they say, I don't care. And unfortunately, you can't win over everybody, can you? Some people genuinely don't care.
No, but I would say my experience, and certainly the experience from other people, is that the public are interested, they are engaged with the subject. You're giving them information about something about which they knew nothing. Most people, well, as you probably know, in a recent survey, 80% of the British public said they would not support charities that gave money to fund experiments. So clearly people don't like the idea of donating money to fund experiments. So I haven't found very many people hostile.
Yeah. We've only had a small minority, it has to be said. And I think the good thing about this campaign, as with other campaigns that are fighting medical vivisection, is that it's not just about cosmetic testing anymore, which was a big campaign obviously a few decades ago, and everyone was up in arms about, oh, I don't want to buy soap that was tested on animals, and these poor buddies all lined up, and you see all the horrific images of what's been going on with those sorts of experiments. And obviously that led to a lot of awareness, and then the Body Shop came along, did a lot for all that, and obviously that's a different story how that all ended up, but Lush have really picked up that particular mantle and carried on with it, and I think the time is now to really push forward and get people to look at the wider issue of animal testing, But it's not that we're against research, not at all. We're pro-research, we're pro-development of new drugs and new techniques, but we don't believe that animals are the right subject to be used because it's flawed
Well,
science.
I think unfortunately people have thought that it was a necessary evil. But fortunately for us, we've got the evidence that animal experiments are very misleading, and so the public need to know that.
Absolutely.
And so we've got science behind us. I think we will see an end of vivisection in my lifetime.
Yeah, I hope you're right, Denise. I really do.
I hope so. I'm sure of it.
Anyway, thanks very much, Denise,
You're very
for
welcome.
chatting
Thank
to
you.
us at Nork, and good luck with the campaign, and we'll continue obviously to
Thank
support you on.
Thank you for being helping
And we'll
us.
get loads of leaflets at the end and stickers, which we'll plaster all over Newcastle.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Denise.
Thanks. Lovely.